What's up, guys? It is Wednesday, January 25th. It's 8:45 a.m. and this is the crypto market update. So starting off with the bond yields, we're going to go to the 6-hour chart. And right now we're at 3.443%. We did pull down from yesterday. I remember it was at this point we did pull down. But right now we're sitting on some support where we found some support here. We broke down from here, got above, and now we're back at it. We want to see us break below this 3.43% and then ultimately come down, break the 786 right here around 3.372%. If we do pull up here, then we have this high down to this low, and that's where we found our rejection point yesterday. 3.53%. That's the area where we want to get rejected from. So I'll put the horizontal line there. That's where we want to get rejected from. And then right here is where we want to break. So we got that 3.373%, 3.526%. Now let's go to the dollar. So the dollar right now, we're on the 12-hour chart. It's holding its own right now. It's trying to come alive. If we go to the daily chart, then we can see that, yeah, we're holding these lows for the moment. We had said in the last video, like, this horizontal line is such a key level and we got to break it. So right now we are in this kind of channel. We have this one, and then we have like kind of areas where we have a pop through, come back down, pop through, come back down, rejection, pop through, come back down, rejection. So I would say that's a good level for us to watch. Now let's go to the 4-hour chart. Let's look at the TSI. So the TSI is creeping up here. We don't want to have it cross up through the zero line. If we look at the MACD, right now we are trying to decide whether we're going to put in a dark green or a light green. If we come down, and now we look at it and we go to the 1-hour chart, we can say that we got to get rejected. So I'm going to grab this high down to this low, got to get rejected at 102.3% basically. Then to the downside, we got to get rejected at this low to this high, stretch it out. I mean, we got to come down and break 101.77. So I'm going to put a horizontal line here, then a horizontal line here, and that's our range. That's what we're watching. So if we break above this level, that's going to coincide with the 786 plus a downwards resistance, and it's likely we'll have a pop up here. So if we come up here, we break, we could have a pop up. If we come up to here, we get rejected, roll back over, and we break down here, we're going to come down, retest this trend line that's coming down here. So those are the two levels we got to watch. That's it. We're just going to keep ranging back and forth until we have a decisive break of one of them. Now let's go to the stock market. Stock market's pulled down here. Let's go to the 15-minute. So I'm going to grab this low to this high. And right now we're at basically the 786. We are poking down below through it. That's at 11,656. We had said if we pull down here, we want to see a hold of 11,500. So that's the level we want to watch to the downside. Then if I kind of pull this right here as well too, we have like 11,400 as well too. So that's our like support floor. We need to hold 11,400 to 11,500 if we come back down here. And then to the upside, we need to come and break where 11,800 to 11,900 right there. Basically, we found a resistance right at that point. That was our 786 that we've been watching, and we need to get above that so we can come up and retest 12,800, which would be the 786 of the broader move. So that's what we've been watching on that end. Now let's go to Bitcoin, and we're watching the 6-hour chart here. The 6-hour chart is calling up. We can see the void lines are coming in right here. So let me hide that. Yeah, so right now we are sitting at that support that we had said, like 22,600. We can't break that 22,500. That's that level we've been watching. And last night we saw how key that level was. Of when we broke it, everything else fell. But when we got back above it, held that support, everything else kind of recovered a bit. So that's the level we're watching. If we pull down here, we have this to here, and we have that 21,000. And then we had said like 20,400 to 20,500. And then it was like Let me actually pull up the Discord. Yeah, so the levels we're watching, right? 23,144. If we break above and hold this support, we could head up to 24, 25, 26,500, 27,000. 22,500. We break below and get rejected as resistance. We could head down to 21,800, 21,400, and 21,000. So keep that on the radar, those levels. And I had them drawn right here for the upside, and then I had them somewhere else for the downside, but we can go through that right now. So 21,000, yep, right here. Then we had 21,000 like 400, and then we had 21,800, I believe it was. Yeah, 21,800, 21,400, 21,000. So we got to watch those levels, because right now we see like, and what I was saying was the lower time frames are showing some bearish momentum, but the macro picture is still bullish. So the bullish momentum we're seeing on like, say, the 3-day chart, we are crossed up. We're to the 0 line, the stock RSI is up here. But if we go down like the 6 hour, we can see that the stock RSI is down here. We're still red, but we're still above the 0 line. So we just need to see some momentum come back in here so we can go on another run. But right now, it does seem like the odds are in the bears' favor in the short term. As far as a correction goes, I wouldn't be surprised to see us come down, test some of those levels like 21,400, maybe even 21,000. That wouldn't surprise me to happen, because we're seeing the 12-hour chart. The momentum is still going down here. Stock RSI crossed over, and right now the dollar is at a good place for a bounce. So I wouldn't be surprised if that were to be the case. 1-day chart, you can see that the 1-day sell now is getting close to coming in. If we have a down day today, we're going to see the stock RSI cross through this 50 line, TSI cross down, and we're going to see the pink kind of cross through this 50 line. So it wouldn't be out of the realms as far as us pulling down here to retest this 200-day moving average around 21,000. So keep that on your radar. Then let's go to XRP. So 12-hour chart. So we got XRP on the 12-hour chart. We have this trend line that started back here in the beginning of January of support, 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 support. If we break that, it's likely we'll take this low to this high. We're going to come down, retest like 38 cents, 38.3815. If we break that, then we could come down and retest 35 cents. We could come down to these levels. That was definitely a good area of resistance support. You can see right there. That's where we found kind of some resistance. It's a good area of like resistance support in the past. Came down to it here. Resistance, got above resistance. We broke above it. Support in this trend line. So if we do pull down here, we could come down to there. Also, we could come down to 30.3733, and then let's pull this up. Then 0.3818 right there. So that's what we're watching. And then you can also see that if I grab this high to this low, we're getting close to testing that 786, which is at like 45.5 cents. So if we pull up here, 45.5 cents is critical to get above and hold as support. So then we can start kind of retesting these highs here and start hitting some of these extension targets. If I go to the 1-day chart, right now, XRP needs to hold this stock RSI above the 50 line, and it can't cross down with that TSI. Now let's go to XLM. We have the levels here for XLM right on the right side. We got this level. Once we broke it, we came down to this level. We got close to testing this level. We got back above this level. We're holding that support right now, but if we break it, we could come down to this one. And then if we break that, down to this one. So playing it level by level is the key here till we see a decisive move for the dollar and Bitcoin. Then if I grab this low to this high, you can see that the levels are where the Fibonacci's lie right here. So you could easily put that on your chart. Just grab this low to this high, draw out the levels, it'll be good. Now let's look at the 1-day, and we could draw a trend line right here. So we have this trend line coming like this. So that coincides with us coming down to like 0.087. So it's not much of a move down. Let's go to the 12-hour to see it better. Yeah, right there. So that would be, so from this low to this high, that would be the golden ratio, 618. We come down there. But yeah, so let's look at some of the lower time frames, the 4-hour. Yeah, momentum is to the downside on the shorter time frames, 2 hour to the downside still. So until we can kind of recover on the 2 hour, 4 hour, 6 hour, and we keep this downwards pressure, this could spill over into the higher time frames like the 12 hour, the daily, etc. Right? So we need to watch that. That's definitely key. If we do come down here, that 786 is sitting right at that key support of where we found our original kind of support back in November after the FTX crash. So that wouldn't be out of the realms to surprise me that we'd come and retest that. Right here, support, resistance. We broke down, got above, found some support right there here. And then we shot up. So it wouldn't be surprising to come back down and retest that if the dollar is going to break up here and Bitcoin break down. So I think we're going to keep it at that. I mean, we got to watch the market dynamic charts, the bond yields, the dollar, stock market, the Bitcoin. And then if those all check out as far as, hey, dollar's breaking down, Bitcoin's staying sturdy, it's starting to break up, stock market's starting to pop back up again, bond yields going down, then we can look at the altcoins and say, hey, it has enough juice as far as the market dynamics to keep going up here. So now we can start looking at the levels for these. But if the dollar's breaking up, Bitcoin breaking down, stock market breaking down, the bond yield's going up, then we need to look at the downside levels for these altcoins, because that the direction is down if that's the case. We can't do an uphill battle, like plotting up, targets to the upside for the altcoins when Bitcoin's breaking down, stock market breaking down, dollar breaking up, bond yields breaking up. It's just like you're battling uphill. So we got to move with the market dynamics, and then we can plot out these altcoins. So take a look at those bond yields, dollar, stock market, Bitcoin, see how they're reacting today. Then you can then go into the altcoins and see which levels you got to keep in mind for. So that's it, guys. That's it for this video. I'll see you guys in the Discord. If you're not already in there, click the link in the bio, come join it, say what up. I'll say what up too. And I'll see you in the next video.